Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone. Today we're going to be continuing our tour of the current meta before the standard rotation happens, and a bunch of our favorite decks get removed when Journey to Ungoro goes live. Today is match number 1 with my new and improved Jade Druid deck. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go ahead and jump in and see how it does in its first game.
Malfurion versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. I must protect the wild.
Okay, so we've got Living Roots, Nourish, Jade Idol. I'll dump the Nourish as much as I hate to do it, but I'll hold on to the Living Roots and the Jade Idol because I like both of those cards for this matchup. This should be interesting. We've got a lot of control in this opening hand, and our first Jade card. I think I'll probably drop the Jade Idol first. Yep. And we'll shuffle 3 copies in, and then we'll end our turn. It's tempting to Living Roots to get 2/1/1 saplings, because that is pretty effective against a Paladin, but I'd like to see what he plays, and then we can remove it, because you never know. He may play like a Argent Squire or something, and this is particularly nice for that. Although, I gotta figure out, because does Living Roots ping for 2 or for 1 twice, or does it just deal 2 damage?
Accidents, they happen.
It doesn't really matter, because we'll probably Living Roots this guy either way. Although, it'd be a little smarter to actually just Wrath it and get a card out of it. Looks like we're playing a Buffetin deck. He's going to be playing all his gang cards. That's fine with me. We got our first Jade Idol back already, so we've got 3 more left in the deck. Probably safe to just play our first Jade Golem fairly early in the game too, so should we get some half-decent value. And then we'll probably just shapeshift and take out the... Oh, we cannot shapeshift to take out the Loot Hoarder because of reasons. That is okay. Instead, we will... Living Roots and Wild Growth this turn, I think, is actually better. It's fine. It'll get us up to some higher mana sooner, and the Jade Idol is nice because it can fill in the cracks whenever. It's not like I need to get the minion out sooner rather than later. It helps, but Jade Idol is one of the few Jade cards that you can really hold on to for as long as you need to, since it's 1 fucking mana, so who cares? And we'll be using this Nourish most likely for draw. I'm actually kind of tempted to use it next turn. He's got a 2/3 and a 1/1. I think it's safe to use it next turn. We probably should. Draw 3.
Job's done.
Maybe an Innervate? We can play something else? Nah. That's okay. We got another Jade Idol, so that's nice. I think next turn, though, we'll probably play Jade Behemoth. Get our first Jade card and also a Taunt, which will be nice. We're doing pretty good, though, on mana gains at the moment. I'm fairly happy with it. Ooh, what was that? I clicked through. It's a Smuggler's Run. Jeez. So he's going to have some pretty darn buffed cards in his hand here in the not-too-distant future. Fortunately, we have an Ancient of War in our hand, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and Jade Behemoth, like I said. Still the best play at the moment. And end our turn. He doesn't have a great way to remove it at the moment, unless he's got like Humility or something in his hand, which would kind of be a waste at this point. And we'll be able to remove at least 1 of his minions next turn, which is always good. Actually, we may be able to remove 2, although he's going to get some draw out of his Mean Street Marshal here. He gets to draw a card if he has 2 or more attack, and since he got the hand buff bonus, he's going to get a card out of it. Hey, True Silver Champion, so I guess he can kill my Behemoth this turn. Take 1 net or 3 damage out of it, though. I love how the True Silver Champion heals you before you attack. I guess it's nice for when you're really low on health, but it always cracks me up when you have full health and then you waste the heal. Oh, guy, you're gonna... fine with me. You're cleaning up your own board for me. Alright. Well, now we can Ancient of War if we want to be a huge dingus, which is kind of tempting. Alternatively, we can start laying down the pain with Jade cards and an Azure Drake. I think it's probably smarter to diversify, so let's go ahead and lay an Azure Drake. You get a Druid of the Claw out of it, and then we'll lay 2 Jade Idols. Nice! Next Jade Idol we will shuffle into our deck again because I want to keep Jade cards coming throughout the game. One of the nice things about the Jade Golem deck is it really should not ever fatigue out unless they are like forcibly making you draw cards, because there are Jade Idol, you know, can be turned back in for 2 additional cards if you just shuffle it back into your deck, and you can just do it over and over again, which is great.
Let me think.
Definitely has saved my butt a couple times when I'm playing against some really fatigue-heavy priests who are just healing themselves up again and again. You're like, well, fine, deal with a 14/14 fucking Jade Golem, asshole. How do you like that? I took out my so sad. He took out my Azure-Drake right away. Oh man, going for my bubble cards too. Actually, I'm pretty fine with this at the moment. I'm gonna swipe him, I think. Should I swipe him? It'll wipe his board. He'll take 4. Nah, that's a waste of a swipe. We'll, I think we'll just Jade Behemoth and Wild Growth this turn. I know the Wild Growth is kind of a waste. In fact, it's such a waste that I won't do it. What I'll do instead is I will... I am gonna swipe. I think... No, I'm not gonna swipe. We'll Jade Behemoth. And then we'll take out 1 Behemoth. And then we'll just go through face with the other one. Our Jade Druids are officially in, or excuse me, our Jade Golems are officially in annoying range. I know as someone who's played against Jade decks that once they hit 4/4, that's when they start to be a real pain in the ass, because it starts becoming a free minion that actually is worth something. 3/3, good. 4/4, great. Anything on there, fantastic. Saw that equality coming earlier in the game. Rough. See, he did save it. Much better use. Although I probably would have held off on that consecration combo there. I don't know that that was the best play. Fortunately, though, that's why we held on to our Ancient of War, so no worries there. I know I'm running Naturalize, whatever. Keep your pings to yourself. Jeez. All right, go ahead and lay down a massive taunt creature, and I'm not gonna Wild Growth. I'm not. I'll remove one of these guys manually. I will save the Wild Growth for next turn, so I can at least get some excess mana out of it. Still would like to see a couple of my Jade Blossoms, too. I've played this deck twice now and have yet to see it. Sorry, I know I said this was the premiere. This is my premiere recording episode. I had one episode before this that was just an awful match that you guys don't want to see. Oh, give all means in your hand 1/1, and he's a fucking 7/7. That is nice. I'm gonna naturalize that guy. Let's see. And shall we go for the hell? Yeah, I think we'll go for the charge this time. And then I'll have 4 mana left. I can like nourish or sweat. We'll do this. We'll go for the charge. Then we'll Wild Growth, I think. Or we could swipe and clear his board. It's hardly worth it. We'll Wild Growth and then excess mana. See what we get. And then we'll Shapeshift if we don't get anything good. Not worth it. Hit him for 9, yeah! Feeling pretty good about this. Ah, shit, I forgot to... Whoops. Forgot to attack him after I used my hero power. I was going to take out one of these stupid recruits. Hopefully he does not play whatever that card is that buffs all Silverhand recruits. That would be disappointing. We're doing pretty good here, though. I'm not too concerned. We've got a swipe and a Living Roots in our hand, so that's 6 plus 9 or plus 4. Yeah, we got lethal here unless he can remove our 5/10, so I'm not too concerned. I suppose if he does kill off the 5/10, though, we won't have lethal anymore at all, so he will be able to if he can remove that. Does he have another Humility or something like that? Or is he thinking he has 2 turns left? I'm guessing the latter. Like, I always think it's so weird the way that Smuggler's Run and stuff works. It tells me how many creatures are in his hand. Like, I know he had 4, now he has 3 more creatures because of the sparkles. That, like, really seems like an unfair advantage to me, but whatever. Yes, dude, you had one hell of a hand for all the good that it will do. Hey, Feral Rage, too. Nice. So we'll go ahead and swipe his face. Hit him. Hooray! Well, that was actually a pretty darn fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below so that I know. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.